Let's first review last week's market and then talk about next week's outlook. Last week was from December 8th to December 14th. For Bitcoin, the weekly high closed at $94,588, completing one target. The weekly low was $87,719, and it did not hit the downside target. For Ethereum, the weekly high closed at $3,446, very close to the third target. The weekly low closed at $2,912, and it also did not go to the downside target. This week, Bitcoin was a bit disappointing. It didn't even touch the 95,000 or 96,000 level, and the rebound was too weak. Actually, last week I already felt that it wasn't looking good, but I didn't expect it to be this week. Over the past 2 days, price has also failed to stay above the intraday mid-level, so it's very likely to continue consolidating for a while. The price is still unable to break above the 94,000 level. On the other hand, Ethereum performed better than expected this week. You can see that Ethereum completed 2 targets, while Bitcoin only completed 1, which is actually pretty good. There is also something very important to mention. Japan may announce an interest rate hike on the 18th or 19th. It's said to be negative for Bitcoin and gold. I personally wasn't paying much attention to this at first, and only noticed it after some viewers left comments to remind me. So I just want to publicly remind everyone again to be cautious during these days. Even without an interest rate hike, the overall movement in December is likely to look like this anyway. It feels very grinding and exhausting. That's why I've said that ordinary people shouldn't trade too frequently in this kind of market. This type of price action requires constant screen watching and is very draining. It's better to wait for a clear signal that the trend is coming back before trading again. Personally, I only opened a position in Bitcoin. I haven't really been paying much attention to it lately, so when Bitcoin touched the 94,000 level before, I didn't even notice. I did 2 short-term trades in US stocks instead, because US stocks have no trading fees and are easier to operate. This quantum-related stock was recommended earlier by one of our viewers, and I added it to my watch list. I'm not holding any position right now, because I haven't had time to research what the company actually does. I just feel that the price structure looks quite comfortable. To be honest, I've been rushing to prepare my own Indian astrology course lately. At the moment, I also haven't decided which US stocks I want to hold long-term. I'm thinking it might be stocks like Nvidia, Tesla, or Amazon as long-term positions, the kind I plan to hold for several years without selling. If you see any stocks with potential, feel free to leave the ticker in the comments and we can discuss them together. If you're interested in the Chinese stock market, you can join my group. Everyone there is an experienced investor with stable emotions. Our group has existed for more than 10 years, probably around 15 years now. Each week, we only allow consultation on 2 individual stocks. Mao Mao, for example, is already retired. Besides traveling, trading stocks is his biggest hobby. My own level is definitely far below his, because he's not by my side and can't really pass on his hands-on experience. So for now, I'm mostly figuring things out on my own. There isn't much else to say. Bitcoin has not made a new low so far. After a historical high, we're looking at a consolidation phase, meaning no new highs and no new lows. There is resistance above, and there is also pressure below. I've already mentioned earlier that January next year looks risky to me, so where December closes is very important. Personally, I think after getting through January, we may start to see the trend return around February. As usual, I still expect the high point to appear in the second quarter. More specifically, I'm looking at May for the annual high. Next week is from December 15th to December 20th. I won't read out the specific price levels. You can take a screenshot and save them. Bitcoin needs to hold firmly above $91,000 in order to expect upward targets. Ethereum needs to hold firmly above $3,160 in order to expect upward targets. If price cannot hold above the mid-level, you need to be very clear that upward targets are no longer possible. Alright, that's it for today. Weekly forecasts should never be viewed alone. They must be combined with daily and monthly charts. The daily charts fill in what the weekly might miss. I wish you all the best. May you buy at the bottom and sell at the top. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you found this helpful. Send this to your friends too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.